Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I am going to do an in-depth review of the Starjoy Gold 120 colored pencils. These are not to be confused with the old Starjoy. This is just the gold edition. These have actually been out for a little while now. I was even sent a set by Lori Green, who collaborated with the company to create this set. So I will make sure to leave a link in the description below. But I am doing my in-depth review now. I had a first impressions video a while back, but I do in-depth reviews a little different. So if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. I offer, reviews, color alongs, just about anything that has to do with adult coloring, and you'll get to see what I think of pencils. And I do take my time. So if a pencil has just released, I might not necessarily review it. I could possibly purchase it and swatch it with you guys, but when it comes to my reviews, if you have watched my channel for any length of time, you know I take my time and I take it very seriously. So let's dive in. First of all, right now at the time I'm recording this video, there is a discount on these. These come on and off a sale. I have coupons and whatnot. So I'll leave a link in the description below just so you can see what they're priced at now. So this is the cover. It's actually quite pretty. When you open it up, you have all your pencils listed here with color codes, which we'll get into in a minute. It did come with this little foamy thing to protect the pencils. Now see, I have used these pencils. When I do reviews, I don't just swatch them and do a little, here and there and then call it a day. I actually use them for a while, and I have a sample page that I've done. However, I've used these on different papers. I've colored with these a few times. So as you can see, these have actually been used, which is what you should do in a review, right? Use the pencil. Swatching only shows you so much. So it's really important that you don't just judge a pencil from swatching. Otherwise, there's a lot of pencils I would love and say, yeah, buy these. And then I would go to use it and be like, wait, hold that thought. Okay, so let's pull one out for an example. All of them have a gold dipped end, and the gold here. They will say Starjoy Gold, their number and color code, and then the name. So this is Coral Salmon. All right, let's get to a color chart. Okay, so when it comes to color charts, there are a few options. There is this one here that was created by Color with Claire. She had made one and put it on her Ko-fi. But there's also the one it came with too. Now, unlike other colored pencils, which will usually be put in color family order, you'll notice something a little different with the Starjoys. So if I show you their stock chart here, you can see, we've got colors all over the place. However, they are in blending orders. The whole purpose is to give you color blends. So if you're brand new to adult coloring, you already have right here a set of 3 that would go together, a set of 3, so blending in 3s. So it's really important that you understand why they are set up that way. I do feel the chart Claire made is a lot better, just because she breaks them down. But see here, this is all the tri-blends that are in this set. So if I'm looking for like a yellowish green, just grab these. There you go. And then of course we have our jewel tones, which include our primaries. And then we have skin tones, which are all indicated. There's a code on the pencil that says S. Those are skin tones. Color correction. This is actually really important, and Lori goes into this in her video as well. She goes over everything like about the codes and how these are meant to be used. But color correction is really important because say you're coloring skin, you often need certain colors to counteract the effects of these colors. If something's getting too orangey or yellowish. And then we have our grays. We also have our muted pastels. So it's a really fun set to play around with, and I actually enjoy the fact that, she's created blends for people who are new to coloring, and heck, even if you're not new, you pick up a few things, right? Now, there's a big complaint on the fact that there's no white, However, I appreciate this. They did not waste a space with a white pencil. They do have not quite white, which is cream, but like Lori had even said in her video, there's companies out there that just make a much better white pencil. You can't beat them, so you use those. For example, the Prismacolor white pencil is just perfectly opaque, and this brand could not compete with that. So why waste a space? So instead of putting a white in here that's just average and you'll never use, they've left it out, put a different color in its place, so you get 120 useful colors, and then you can go buy a white pencil you like. I recommend the Prismacolor white. The Holbein white is actually really good too. I don't like Holbein pencils, but I do actually like their white. So those are two options. So that is a complaint, but if you think about it in the long run, they did you a favor by providing you with a well-balanced palette and not wasting a space on a color they could not perfect. If you want something close enough, just grab your not quite white or your French gray, and there you go. But really, you can get a Prismacolor for $1.12, open stock at Blick. Okay, so let's talk about how these look on paper. We will also be doing the fancy little chart, but that will be in a moment. Right now we're going to focus on results. All right, so this one here is one I colored with the Starjoy Gold, right down to the skin tone, using the skin tones in the set and even some color correction. I used the tri-blends themselves just to see how the colors would turn out. The background is Neocolor, I think, or Lyra or something. I used it in a comparison video. I can't remember. They did really, really well on this paper. They're quite smooth. I mean, you can feel the filler in them. I mean, these are a budget grade pencil. These are not artist quality by any means, so please don't go comparing these to other, since these are oil-based, don't go comparing them to other oil-based. They definitely are a softer core, but that's the filler in them. The pigment payout is okay in swatches. It's pretty good, actually. So when we do our layers, I will show you what you can expect. Okay, so now we are going to do the layer test. I like to do this in real time. You can mute me and speed it up, but I like to show you what happens. So I'm just picking magenta, and what we're going to do is add a single layer lightly across. I'm holding the pencil further back as well so that I accidentally don't press hard, because I am a hard presser. And well, bad habits die hard, right? In fact, you know what I think I will do for this part of the video? I will speed it up because I know we like short reviews. So I'm just going to keep going through doing the layers. I'll fill these out and then come back and do some of these live. Okay, so let's go through these other tests real quick and then we will talk about everything. So erasing. Considering these are more oil leaning than wax, they should technically erase better than a wax-based pencil. However, it is a budget pencil. They tend to have more fillers, but it actually erases quite well. I could easily cover that up, and I'm just using a hand eraser, by the way, a cheap one. I don't even know what company this one is. I could easily go back over that, so that's a good sign. Now smudging. I'm actually pressing really hard and barely getting any smudge which is what you would expect with, again, a more oil-based pencil. The water test just checks if these are water soluble because, well, sometimes they are. And oh, look at that one. It actually releases quite a bit. Look, I could make it all the way down here. So the reason I test this is, one, there are a lot of colored pencils out there that will bleed when hit with water. And the reason that matters to you is, say you're doing a whole page like I did in my example with these pencils, but a background with a water-soluble medium. It's good to know if they accidentally will bleed, because if so, you want to keep your water away. Very few companies don't, disintegrate with water. The higher end pencils will stay true, whereas most of the budgets do break loose. Blending, what I did is I just took one of the blends, the tri-blends that were suggested, and made this cute little pink blend, and it's actually quite pretty. What I would do, of course, because I can't live with just 3 colors in a blend, is probably tack on a yellow or a cream or something at the end there. Now, layer-wise, this is what I really like about the Starjoy Gold. Unlike other budget pencils, they tend to have so much filler and buildup that you actually can't sit there and layer, which sucks if you do something like skin, where you're going to need a lot of layers to build up that drama, as I call it. As you can see, it layers and continues to layer, and even after the 5th layer, I could go more, but I'm not getting any buildup, and because they aren't wax-based, I'm not getting any bloom or anything like that. So similar to a traditional oil-based pencil, they are actually quite transparent and layer well. Now, I'm going to put the disclaimer out here. I have to do this on every video. Yes, I know there's no such thing as a genuine oil or wax-based pencil. However, anytime I say something is oil-based, that means it's predominantly oil. All pencils have oil and wax, and then you have your pigment and fillers and everyone's secret sauce. However, they lean one way or the other, okay? This leans more towards oil, but has a softer core. Polychromos are oil, but a very hard core. So that's something to keep in mind. So it's a soft, oily pencil. However, like most oil-leaning pencils, they tend to be more transparent and layer-friendly, and this budget one actually lets you layer despite the fact that it has a ton of filler. You can feel the filler as you're using it, and that is by no means me bashing the brand. It is a budget brand. If you don't feel filler in it, it would be weird. Okay, so these only come in 120 set. There's no like smaller sets. You can get the old school, as we call it, the original OG Starjoys, but no longer in 120, only in 72 count set, and it's in a wrap. I actually own those pencils. They're not too shabby. But I like these better. Totally different colors too, and names. So these right now are $25.99 for the 120 set. I swear every day they almost have like a 20% off or some sort of coupon. And in fact, right now they do have a coupon. That comes out to 22 cents a pencil. So definitely a budget pencil. And I will just give you my pros and cons here. I mean, pros, perfect for new colorists because you have color families and groups and blending groups created for you. It also demystifies skin tones. It has a whole set just for skin tones only, so you already know where to pull from. You can start as you get more comfortable pulling other colors, but then you can also use color correcting colors. Not many sets will say, hey, this is a color correcting color. My Prismas don't. I have to figure that out on my own. So this is totally geared towards people who are new to color theory, new to just coloring, and they give you blends. Performance-wise, I have used these on Create Space paper, which is awful. Printer paper is honestly better quality. They work fine because they have that softer core on them, and because of that filler almost, they blend out nicely on Create Space paper, and then of course you can use a blender with them and they do fine. I've used them on very soft cardstock, or smooth I mean, including this test sheet here, very soft, smooth. Why do I say soft? Who knows? I'm on a roll with that. But what's best is, considering this is a budget brand, not a single, and I mean that, single pencil out of my 120 count were scratchy. Usually with budget sets, I will have like 1, 2, sometimes half the case be all scratchy. Nothing was scratchy here. So that's really important to note. Now, I am not praising these because I know Lori Green or that she sent me a free set or anything like that. Everyone knows, well, I shouldn't say everyone, those who have watched me long enough know that I'm completely honest, and I will tell you if it's a waste of your money. In fact, I just posted a video on the Korilynn 520s telling you not to buy them. So I don't care about my affiliate sales. I don't care about any hurting anyone's feelings. And then of course, always remember this is my opinion. We all color so differently. So do keep that in mind as well. But for me, I honestly think the Starjoy Golds are totally worth it. Now you're probably asking why they weren't in my budget video, or why I didn't include all types of budget pencils. I had limited time, but I do recommend the Starjoy Gold. I have actually purchased a set of them myself, so I own 2 sets now. One that was sent to me, one I bought myself. So that makes me a little bit less, I don't know, inclined to lean one way or the other, because I spent my own money and it was when they first came out. And when they first came out, I swear it was like $40-something. So just keep that in mind. But I do recommend these. I think these are great for beginning colorists, those who want to dabble more on the oil side. It kind of gives you a feel for it. Now, don't think you can dive from these, though, straight to polychromos and use them exactly the same way. Not going to happen, but at least it's a good starting point, jumping off point. If you own no pencils, this is a great budget set to start with. 120 colors, very well balanced in its color palette, and again, blending groups already done for you. About the only con I have, really, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to find a con with a set that gives you a pretty good range for beginners. I mean, would I like more grays? Sure. Everyone does. Who doesn't love their grays? So I guess my one complaint is I wish there was a 150 count set so they could expand just a little bit more. You know, we are kind of lacking in the pink department. And then of course it would be cool to have more greens and blues, but that would just mean expanding the line. That said, you can layer everything here, including these jewel tones, which are perfect, and create more colors. I am just a convenience gal, and I'd rather have the color made for me. So that's literally my only complaint. So that's not really a complaint. It's just an opinion, but take it with whatever you want to take it with. So yes, if you've been on the fence about the Starjoy Gold, go ahead and buy them. Let me know what you think. Actually, don't just buy them to buy them. Buy them if you need pencils. I don't condone just buying to buy. I've been trying to get through all my reviews as well, so make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because you're going to start seeing a ton more pencil reviews come out, because I will be doing a destash of my pencil collection. I have a pencil collection video as well, if you want to watch that here on my channel. And that kind of shows you every pencil set I have, but the reviews are going to start rolling out, and I'm going to destash. Now, even though I'll be destashing a lot of these budget sets, that doesn't mean I don't like them or recommend them. It's just I have higher end pencils that I use more often and just don't have a use for some of them. So do keep that in mind. However, these, I actually don't know if I'm going to destash my Starjoys. My extra set, I will, but the set in general, I don't know if I will, because sometimes I actually find myself craving to use them. So if you have the Starjoy Gold, let me know your thoughts. If you've had good experience, bad experience, I always love to hear people's comments. So leave those below. I always try to respond when I can. And please don't forget to thumbs up on my video. This helps my channel tremendously. And yeah, until next time, take care. Bye now.